fusion, merger and closure. That was 2024 for Indian aviation. To summarize the 12 months, I will divide the events between two ends of a runway.
So from one end, Indian aviation looked like a seamless flight with 8% more Indians travelling by air, which means 132 million Indians travelled by air in Jan to October 2024 as compared to 125 million in the same period in 2023.
The major event in 2024 was the consolidation of Tata Group's aviation business.
Vistara, a joint venture between Tata and Singapore Airlines, was merged with Air India on 11th November. And AIX Connect, which was earlier Air Asia India, was merged with Air India Express on the 1st of October. Then for the first time in India's aviation history, Air India inducted the wide-body Airbus A350 into its fleet. The plane is being used for ultra-long-haul routes like Delhi to New York. And to expand the capacity, Air India has ordered 100 more planes from Airbus, taking its total order book to 570 planes, of which 41 have arrived.
Air India also trimmed its losses by 60%, and CEO Campbell Wilson told CNBC TV18 that the merger was the Everest of corporate turnarounds and profitability will also follow. Then another noteworthy event in 2024 was India's largest domestic carrier, Indigo, launching business class on its domestic flights.
Indigo also placed order for 30 wide-body A350 planes and has 70 on option. The airline currently has over 390 planes and has 1,000 planes on order. Remember, Indigo operated as a pure economy airline for 17 years. The business class foray is to build the foundation for its long-distance international plan when the A350s start arriving by 2027.
The third big highlight would be SpiceJet raising 3,600 crores through QIP, which came as a lifeline for the struggling carrier.
Ever since the airline has been clearing employee salaries, Provident Fund, GST and TDS dues, and outstanding payments of several lessors. The airline has managed to settle disputes with aircraft lessors at a steep discount. The aviation regulator removed SpiceJet from enhanced surveillance, and the airline said it will unground planes and acquire more planes on lease, although there's no development on that front so far.
Akasa Air completed 2 years in August. The airline has added 26 planes, 22 domestic routes and 5 international routes in the 2 years of operations.
Several international airlines have launched new routes in India and increased their flights on Indian routes, signaling a strong potential in India's aviation growth. In regional aviation, Fly91, which is headquartered in Goa, started operations in March 2024 and now flies to 9 destinations including Jalgaon, Sindhudurg and Solapur. It is the first airline to connect Solapur with Goa and Mumbai.
The Udan scheme aimed at promoting regional aviation completed 8 years in October.
The government says 601 regional routes have become operational, with 84 routes becoming operational in 2024 alone. Aviation Minister K. Ram Mohan Naidu announced that the scheme will be extended for another 10 years.
There are 3 new players entering Indian aviation in the first half of 2025.
Kerala-based Air Kerala, Al Hind Air and UP-based Shank Air have received the government's go-ahead to start their airline. They are now awaiting the air operator permit before taking off. On the airports front, both the 2 new greenfield airports, Jewar International Airport in Greater Noida and Navi Mumbai International Airport, have conducted trial flights and are expected to start operations in 2025.
Now let me come to the other side of the runway, from where the flight path looked quite patchy.
Starting with hoax bomb threats. Airlines faced nearly 1,000 fake bomb threats till November 2024 and over 650 of them were in October alone. Bomb threats, even if fake, are a major security issue, so all protocols are followed before releasing the passengers and aircraft. So that causes great inconvenience to passengers and financial loss to airlines.
Air India continued to face criticism for its poor service and the state of its aircraft mostly on the US flights.
Sometimes the air conditioning system didn't work, seats didn't recline, or the entertainment systems and tray tables were not functional. Passengers have complained of delay of up to 80 hours. Monsoon was bad for airports across the country, with roofs collapsing at several airports. At Delhi Airport, one person died after a portion of the roof of the newly inaugurated Terminal 1 collapsed due to heavy rains. Indigo faced a penalty of 1.2 crore rupees, which was later reduced to 70 lakh rupees for passengers eating food on the tarmac at the Mumbai airport. The airline also posted a loss of 980 crores in the second quarter of FY25. The fate of the two domestic airlines, Jet Airways and Go First, which were once counted among the major players, had shuttered operations due to liquidity crunch, was also decided with the legal system pronouncing for their liquidation. Airlines are facing capacity constraints due to quality-related halts at Boeing's manufacturing facilities. This is also impacting the expansion plans despite the surge in demand.
When I look at India's airstrip, it is dominated by two large players, Air India and Indigo, with Akasa Air and SpiceJet having very little share. Will 2025 change this picture? Will there be more players entering the aviation business next year? Will the government ease rules and reduce taxes to make aviation a profitable business? We can only hope that India's growing air passenger traffic is matched by an equal growth of the aviation players.